I've been opting for something that's a straight leg as opposed to bent at the knee like a seated calf.
Yep.
I don't know, just feeling a bit better for me. Unfortunately, this is a bit light in terms of you can kind of only load sort of 3 plates on one side, 4 plates on the other. But we'll see how we go. And also, I much prefer a straight leg one where it's not like a standing calf raise.
Yeah.
I don't know if you find that, like the pressure that it puts on your shoulders, if you've ever done one.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but it's usually the almost balancing that you have to do that throws me off. Like, you just get a little bit more shaky when the weight is loaded through your shoulders and your back and everything. I don't mind the pressure on the shoulders, but just you don't feel as stable.
What do you want to start with?
I have no idea how heavy this will be.
Maybe just start with a plate aside and just see how that feels.
Yeah, sweet.
I think you'll be able to load it up because I know you're pretty strong on the calves.
By the way, what are those shoes? Are they just like soleless?
Yeah, and they're called Vivo Barefoots.
Yep.
They're awesome. I've had them for probably 6 months maybe now, and I love them. It probably took about a few sessions to get used to it, particularly in sort of anything that's like this, like a calf raise or a toe press or whatever, whereby you're putting a lot of pressure through your feet.
Yep.
But once you get used to it, it's awesome because invariably on certain movements you then take off your shoes.
Yeah.
Like a deadlift or like a leg press, for example, but it just eliminates the need for that.
No, yeah, that was real easy.
Yeah, I thought that might have been the case.
Yeah, because I've always just used the Vans because they're pretty flat on the bottom.
Similar to a Converse kind of, aren't they?
They're even flatter than Converse. There's like Converse are quite spongy. These are like just completely flat, which I like. But obviously those would be better.
They feel, I recommend them to people. I think they are on the bit of the pricier side. I might just go straight to a high rep set with 5 plates. What I've found with the cars recently, I've just been doing like a higher repper and then going to sort of 2 heavier sets.
Okay.
So I might go for
the high repper to failure or?
Try to, yeah.
So what's that, like 16 plus?
I think I'll probably get 20, I think.
Yep. Nice, still going strong.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah. It felt good. That's like, as opposed to if you were to go straight into sort of a heavier set, that means you've got to warm up a bit more.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I suppose something like this isn't going to negatively take away from the heavier set necessarily.
I'll try 4 plates.
Yeah.
And just aim for as many reps as possible. The issue with the Vans is they're not great on the sort of toe presses like this where you're going real stretched. Just feels like you don't have the grip.
Good.
Yeah, that's the problem.
If you need to sort of readjust. There we go. Come on.
Ooh.
It's that fine balance, obviously, in terms of your legs being sort of, slightly bent, but then equally not so straight that your hamstrings are getting involved.
Well, yeah,
It's so bent that your quads are sort of driving up.
Well, my joints hyperextend.
Yeah, okay.
So if I lock out my knees, they're bending the wrong way. So I'm just real hesitant of that.
Of course.
But that was perfect. That was 23 reps.
Excellent. So you'll probably be able to go to almost 6 plates, I reckon. Yeah, and as you can see, like that kind of, this kind of stacks it, unfortunately. One side's
it's weird.
Longer than the other. I don't understand how. So.
What app do you use?
It's called Rep Count.
Yeah.
So you can see there, I've got obviously my session in sort of grey, which is sort of my prior week.
Yep.
So at least I've got for comparison.
Oh, yeah. True. Is that paid?
There's a free version, but I think I've got the paid.
Yeah. Good stretch. Yep. Good. Have you got one more?
Yep.
Nice. Good.
Come on.
Good, you had 3 more.
Yeah. I think the good thing about Rep Count is then therefore you can then look back at, prior weeks.
Yeah.
Like I've got, 7-8 years of workouts in that app, which you could look back on, especially if you're, recycling, sessions or pieces of equipment that you weren't sure about, like what loading did you use.
Yep.
I find that really helpful. And then equally, like settings on machines. That's really helpful.
You can write notes and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, which is sort of what I've got here.
Yep.
Like 1 count in the stretch, same weight, added a rep.
Yep.
Can you rinse in this load, make it more challenging?
Yeah.
Like shit like that you can write.
I've tried like, 3 or 4 different apps, but I've just gone back to the pen and paper for the last year. So I just buy these cheap as books on freaking Amazon.
Yeah, perfect.
And they've got like weight, reps, exercise, whatever. It's good.
I think equally that absolutely serves its purpose.
Well, yeah, and especially because I'm always at home, I just leave
the same kit.
a stack of my books in the gym. So yeah.
And equally in terms of settings and things like that, there's less, let's say, variety in terms of
exactly right.
that you're using. All right. There we go. Lovely. Getting a good stretch. Contract hard there. There we go. Drive up through those toes. Yes. Go. Yeah, nah. How is that?
That was either 13, 14 or 15.
I love that. It's one of those ones, you can probably go up in the weight, to be honest.
maybe another 10.
Even like, I mean, the fact that you got that.
Another plate, you reckon?
Yeah, you might as well.
Get 8 or something?
Yeah. Especially, and that's what I find helpful is that, you know, doing that first set where you've done 20 plus, you've then got a fair bit of blood through your carbs and it's not necessarily taken away per se from your, you know, the heavier load.
What did you get last time? Was it
I think I got
11?
13.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Yep. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's one of those ones with this machine, it's sort of like, well, where do you go from here? Like, if you're really maxing out that, so it's sort of like, how do you make it as challenging as possible?
Just gain another 20 kilos, mate. Might just give it another 30 seconds.
That's all right.
I haven't been here in ages. This looks so different to when I was last year.
When were we last year?
Like 2021, maybe?
There's been a few new pieces, I suppose.
Like, I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, the leg equipment was here, yeah.
They've probably
I remember
changed
that
around
hack.
Yeah, the hack sort of moved.
Yeah.
That's new, the drop swing squat.
Maybe I'm just not used to these being closed.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll open them soon.
You go here, and then you also... Do you still go to Doherty's in the city?
Yeah.
And then is it also Derrimut you go to?
Yeah.
3 memberships.
3 memberships. Some might see it as overkill, but it's just whatever works. And
Well, the Doherty City's near your work, yeah?
yeah, and Derriman's, 5 minutes, 10 minutes from home.
Yeah, okay.
This is a good gym. So each have their pros and cons.
So what, do you do like legs here?
I've got a session of everything at all. Like I could do push, pull, or legs at either one of them.
Yeah.
It just depends on which schedule. Like I'll go, like generally, whether it's based on where I'd like to train versus what's convenient and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Cool.
First thing in the morning on a weekday, like often I go to Derrimut because it's close to home and saves time, that kind of thing.
Whereabouts is your house?
I'm in McLeod.
Oh yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Nice. What Derrimut's there?
Thomastown.
Oh, okay.
That's only just sort of 10 minutes up Grimshaw into settlement. Right, here we go. Good. Lovely. There we go. Yeah, that's 8. Let's go for 2 more. Good, go. Yes. Drive up, drive up. Contract. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yep. There's more there. Yeah, no. I think it ended up being sort of 12 or 13.
I think that was 11. I think.
It's good.
Yeah.
Strong.
Is that it?
Yeah. Why do you want that? Thank you. 3 sets, there's plenty on that. The fun stuff.
So with this, you generally want your feet as far forward, yeah?
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah.
You will invariably find that your toe might touch the end of the machine.
Yeah, okay.
So within reason, yeah, like it's not too bad on this machine.
Yep. And just a couple warm-up sets?
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's fine, because I'm going to do a sort of a heavy top set of, I don't know, 6 to 8.
Yep.
And then a back off, probably more like 12 plus.
I have no idea with what weight to even start.
I mean,
45 is pretty achievable, you reckon?
yeah, and then it just might mean that your jump up is a little bit slower.
No, can't
Obviously,
get to 8.
obviously, yeah, no, that's fine.
To handle, yeah.
I'd go as far as say this is probably one of the heaviest adductors.
The machine?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is already feeling pretty heavy, I'm not going to lie.
That's all right. So it might be the next one. You literally just go up by 1 pin.
I reckon. I didn't catch you on your first set, but are you spending any time in like the stretch, or do you just sort of get there? And...
I mean, I'm not actively, needing to spend too much there.
Yeah. Mate, got that flexibility.
Yeah, I don't. A few people that I've trained with have said that, and I'm like, I don't. Maybe it's because I've been just doing, consistently adductors for so long. Maybe on the warm-ups, I'm spending just another sort of 1 count there just to get in the stretch and load it through there. But, in the set itself or the top set, I probably won't be.
So, you didn't do heaps of reps there. Was that like a...
yeah, that was sort of
not necessarily a warm-up, but more like a acclimation set.
Pretty
to
much.
A heavy,
almost a feeler.
Yep. Yeah, that's it, feeler. I might just go straight into my first set because that 45 was...
Okay. Or unless you wanted to do just another warm-up or something, or feeler, it's up to you.
What do you reckon I should?
Yeah, maybe just another
I
feeler.
just do the same weight.
You'd be surprised that once you do get it moving, like, I feel like, anyway, we'll see how we go. Like, if we need to, after your, like, let's say, quote-unquote top set, we need to go up in weight for the, like, you get, or do both sets of that same load in, depending on how we go.
We'll see. That was definitely easier than the first set, so we'll see. What do you want?
It's stack. Sorry, 112.
Oh, one whole stack. There you go.
And just the rationale, I suppose, in terms of the foot positioning, because I suppose if you've got put it here. If you have your feet, closer here.
I feel you use your glutes a bit more when you've got more of a bend in you.
It's obviously going to be easier, but I suppose if you look at your sort of knee to hip alignment, your knee is significantly higher than your hips.
Yep.
And what that'll do is that'll put pressure, particularly as you go heavier, on your potentially lower back.
Yeah, okay.
Whereas right now, if you've got it further forward, your knee at the similar height to your hip, that's sort of the idea, to alleviate that pressure that goes through to your lower back potentially.
Yep. Making the stack fly, mate.
All right, that feels good.
So again, that was just a feeler set.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the jump between the different loads isn't as substantial. Mm-hmm. Like I went 45 to 82.5, so whatever that is, 37.5 increase. And then another 30 kilo increase from 82.5 to 112.
And then you chuck it on the pin?
Yeah, I'll pin some weight onto it, yep.
Bloody strong. I think I mentioned when I first got on board with you, I feel like I'm disproportionately large for how weak I am.
You reckon?
I'm really not strong, but like especially through my quads and stuff, I reckon my quads are pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'd prefer it to be that way than the other way around, to be strong and have no quads.
Yeah, true. But like I haven't freaking back squatted in 4 years or something, and like even when I reckon the highest I got was 120 or something.
I mean, it goes to show that you're probably good in terms of recruitment, alignment.
Yeah, true. And here, like 50 kilos, mate.
But in fairness, you haven't done this with adductors in a long time in terms of a machine.
True.
All right, here we go.
We'll see what we get.
All right, lock in. Lovely. Strong. There we go. 7. Good. They're moving. Lovely. Go again. Go. Yeah, no. That's all good. Even on that sort of second last one, you were pretty close to locking out. Like, even if you just do use your hands.
True, yeah. And then
slowly control your eccentric on the way back.
Yeah.
That was really good. So that was sort of, 10 plus 1, 2, so...
10 and 2 halves.
Yeah.
A whole plate on top, mate.
You work up to it, I suppose, in time.
You obviously get a lot of use out of your gym pin to make it worth it, yeah?
Yeah, I've had one for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I did have the old one. Yeah, the gym pin works well. Especially on a few different machines.
Let's go. Nice. Good. Nice. Keep on going. Nice. Let's go. Come on. Yes. Nice. You closed it. Go. Let's go. Good. Very nice. We're just doing 2 hard sets on this.
Yeah. I'll do my back off with just a stack, I think.
Back off being the second.
Yeah. I think, like, considering that I got, like, if I think of rep ranges here, like, that was 8. Like, I'm going to go for like 12-ish. Given that you already got what you got, I'd almost suggest...
I can just repeat it.
Repeat the same weight, yep. And even if you get sort of 8, 9-ish...
Yeah, a bit less. It's still solid. Thanks, mate.
Here we go, big set. Good. Lovely. Close it. There we go. Close the gap. Go.
I'll do a few of these.
Go again. Go again. Go again. Oh, yeah.
I'll do one more.
Good. Go. Ooh, lovely.
What was that? 8? 8 good ones? And then...
Yeah, and then probably 3 or 4 partials. Very good. We'll be sore tomorrow.
By the way, thanks heaps for getting a session in.
Oh, that's all right, of course.
It's all well and good to chat online and...
Yeah, it's always good to just, I've done it with a few people and you're like, I'm already training and so like, well, why not have someone else?
Yeah. Well, and like I've said to you a few times, I really want to send as many videos as possible to just knuckle down on that form because I feel like that is probably one of my weaknesses is either ending a set too early or breaking down in form.
Yep.
But in person just is so much better than...
Absolutely. And
you can see everything, you can...
And just time just spent with someone and watching someone else train and just ultimately just shooting the shit with someone.
Yeah, it's good. All right, what are you aiming for, 12?
Yeah, at least.
Good. Yep. Yes. You got a few more. A few more in you. Let's go. Yes, good. Yes, come on. Almost there, yes, good. Close it, come on. Yes. Yes, good. Nice work.
Let's
good.
I think that was 15.
Very good.
I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow after all. After that.
That's what you want, mate.
As in some weeks, yeah, before sessions, some weeks it'll be 5.
Is that because you do 9 sessions a fortnight, or is it just based around
Based on
work
schedule.
and the family? And
Yeah, like ideally it's push, pull,
Yeah.
rest, legs, rest. So sort of 3 sessions in 5 days. So which is obviously not over a 7-day split. But yeah, like what's today? Sunday I'm doing legs. Like in theory tomorrow should be a rest, but I think I'm training push tomorrow. And then I'll rest Tuesday, then train pull. Like,
just make it work with the family. and
yeah,
everything.
typically no more than 3 sessions in a row.
Yep.
Do you want to start? Because I just did my set.
Yeah, sure. I'm looking forward to not having a plate loaded. They're pretty good for a home setup, but it's just they're not hard the whole time. You know, they're nice and easy at the top and easy at the bottom. It's that mid-range that they're hard, but
That's probably the one thing that I found with lower body training at home was the sort of the isolation kit was the struggle.
yeah. Yeah, just like I can feel my legs in certain parts of that movement not being used to it, but then in other parts it feels really strong.
Yeah,
Just because you get
different machine.
with the plate loaded, it's heavy in certain parts and it's light in other parts.
Oh, nice. Sorry. Yeah. See, we're going to do it for a while as well. Kind of feel very comfortable, but she's got back to the apple. Yeah. Oh, wow. I remember walk there.
Want to get a bit of blood in the muscle, squeeze it as hard as possible.
Yeah. Is this kilograms or pounds?
Ooh,
5'11".
maybe kilos? I don't know.
I'll go
I
up.
just know it by the number.
I'll go up 20. Is this, what do you want, another warm-up set or?
I might do 2 more warm-ups.
Yeah, I'll,
purely because we sort of haven't really done anything quad-based yet.
Yep.
You know, if this leg extension was last in the session, I'd almost be getting straight into it.
Yep.
Obviously try and get the quads warm, but also your knee joints and things like that.
Yep.
Get them lubricated.
Birthday was passed away, and then grandmother from back there. And yeah, so
Just going to run to the loo real quick.
Yeah, all good.
Smash that pre-workout in the car.
like my little chair and
I'll change the loading, maybe. What weight do you want?
I'll do another warm-up, so
Oh,
maybe...
maybe just Sorry, you're going to have to move your legs. Yeah, there we go. It looks a bit stupid, doesn't it?
No, it gets you an extra inch though.
I do have yoga blocks, but you kind of need to then put one on either side. It helps
It's
when you're doing
balancing,
them.
yeah.
Helps when you're doing them single leg,
Yeah.
but when you're doing them dual leg, it doesn't overly help too much. Because I feel like based on the machine that you have at home, you're really like it hits you a fair bit in the lengthened position,
Yeah, massively.
whereas it's the drop off in the contracted position for you.
Yeah, sweet. That feels much better.
Excellent.
What weight do you want?
I'll have the stack. Look at this. Oh, baby, it's
And you've got the wrist straps.
locked and loaded. Sorry,
What do you want? Do you want... I'll hand you this once you're in, or...?
yeah, that's fine. It's like I'm locking into a ride at a theme park or something. Like I got the seatbelt, I got the wrist strap. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you.
So is the first hard set?
Yeah,
I made it a wee bit tighter, sorry.
that's all right. There we go. Locked and loaded.
Let's go, Nick. Nah.
Good.
Nice. Good. You got a couple more, I reckon. Nice. Yes. Yes. Good. Perfect. Those first few reps, you spent a long time in the contracted position.
Yeah.
You reckon that's just something you should do for while you can do it?
I don't know if it's more a combination of things. I think it's trying to make it as challenging as possible. The fact that I'm already doing the stack, it's sort of like, well,
May as well make it harder.
make it harder and try and get that connection from the get-go.
Yep.
As opposed to getting, towards the end of the set and sort of still moving.
Yep.
And just pump a bit more blood in there, trying to be a little bit safer about it instead of throwing it around. Not saying, it absolutely isn't necessarily essential. But I just find...
To make it harder, yeah.
I find it helpful just to get a bit more locked in and connected with my quads. All right, here we go. Locked in. Lovely. Oh. Come on. That's it. Come on. There's more there. Go, 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 go. Go again. Good. Up, 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 up. Control, control, control. I don't know if you've seen those sort of like big fat pads that you can pop on.
I have, yeah.
I've considered buying one.
Me too.
For this exact...
Like, it sort of raises the question of, should you get one of them or should you just go to a gym that has a good leg extension,
That's a good call. If you start bringing all these accessories to the gym... Oh, God.
All right.
Locked and loaded.
High reps.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12,
Good. Yes. Yes, you got it, you got it, you got it.
Jesus. The hard part is trying to get out of this once you're in it.
Yeah. Oh gosh, they're all burning and swollen. You got the friggin' mat tripping you over.
We'll do the ham curl here next.
Sweet.
I'll chop myself in.
I reckon I might do the same weight. Because
Yeah.
what did I get? 12?
Yeah.
10 with a few extra.
Actually, maybe just go down, like, what was that? 80?
82.
Maybe go to 75.
All right. And what? Just aim for a few more?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Lovely. Moving nicely. Yeah. Come on. Go again, go again, go again.
Go.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, you need the pin? Yeah. Yeah, I normally do 75 kilos on mine, so
Okay. This one's probably, yeah, whether it's...
much lighter.
I think so. I've definitely seen this machine with a stack that's heavier than this in terms of like more...
As in the flex fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good, yeah, good.
What do you want to try?
Maybe just chuck it on. Is there 70 kilos?
72?
Yeah, 72.
Oh, do you want to raise the seat?
That was just a feeler set, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So now that's 2 holes.
sweet.
Visible.
I honestly reckon I'm going to be more sore from this than I was from the adductor machine.
You reckon?
That was nothing like my stupid plate-loaded one.
Still got... I mean, there's actually not much more to come after this, but we'll... Hip press, hack squat, glute drive.
I'm worried about the hack squat already after that.
Let's see how this feels.
If it's hard, I'm just going to go send it into my first
Great.
hard set.
Lovely. Good. Oh, we'll go again. Yeah.
One more.
Good. In control. Yes.
That was good.
We're good?
What
Just move down one notch. Yeah, there. Perfect.
that's like identical to what I do at home. So
Oh, awesome.
well, 3 kilos lighter, but no, yeah, go for it, mate. Nice. What are you aiming for?
9 to
Yep.
10.
Yep. Nice. Yes, good. Couple more. Yes.
Oh,
Come on. Oh, you got another. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Good. Good. Very good.
at least the load stayed on that time.
Yeah, I was just touching it. Keeping
I
it
think
up.
last time I did it, it sort of fell off with the last rep or two. Yeah, you just leave that on the ground. I'll use that for next set, stack plus 10. So I'll keep that.
Do you want me to do a higher rep set, or because that was, what was it, 12, 13? Should I just do that again?
Yeah, I can do that again. Nice.
Ah,
Come on, dig deep. Yes,
a couple more, let's go.
go. There we go. Go. Yeah.
I've got it.
Lovely.
Thanks for that.
Interesting to see how your hams go, particularly because you're pretty used to loading them up quite a bit.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine after today. At the moment, they're getting more sore from reintroducing the hinges.
Yeah, of course.
Like the other day, I got up to 80 or 90, I can't remember, which isn't that much for me historically, but the next,
Still
couple,
relatively
the next
speaking.
couple of days I was very sore, just because I haven't done them for a year.
Yeah, your body's sort of not used to
Yeah.
having that kind of load go through it.
Yeah, I almost get no soreness from ham curls anymore. But the hinges are good. I'm so glad I'm back into it.
It's one of those things, like you look back at 12 months time, like fuck, like, see, I really had that stint where I wasn't able to hinge and that kind of thing.
Yep.
And it'd be all sort of worth it, knowing that you would be, I'm sure you'll probably surpass what you've done in the past
Yeah.
in the next couple of months.
Yeah. I think for RDLs, not off the ground, but RDLs, my best was probably 120 or something.
Yep.
Off the ground, I think I got 150 at one point, 160. No, it was 160 something. I can't remember. It was a while ago. Off the ground, but I don't know if we'll have any place for off the ground. Will we, you reckon?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Everything has its place
Yeah.
for everyone. Depends on what feels good and what we're working with. You know, you can go through phases like have a block or a couple months with, you know, off the ground or
with a block. Yeah.
With a block or
stiff leg versus RDLs. Yeah.
Yeah, and they all have their place.
Do you need me to give any assists like you?
I should be okay.
Yeah.
To be honest, once it's not there, I think it won't be there.
And then try to break that speed. So it is compound. Then you have to do it at exam or when you can get you at least walk this and then next time in 5 minutes. Then I get up again. Then you can at least do the dumb there. Because you doing it, your body is getting used to the movement. Because now you knowing you're strengthening it. You don't have to do it. Just the movement.
Nice. Yeah, it's good. Yes. Got a couple more, mate. Yes, good. Good.
If required, we can take the bands off if you. Depending on how they feel for you.
No, I know what you mean when you say it'll be easier with a plate. Yeah, I get it.
That's what I mean, like, it might end up being that you do 2 plates or something.
Yeah, no, I do reckon it'll be easier with a plate. It's just shaky when you're coming back down. You don't really...
And again, that's the one thing I like about the band is that you have to, like, it forces you to control it on the way back down on the eccentrics, as opposed to sort of dumping the load back on yourself.
Yeah.
You check those knees. The old man knees.
Dad knees.
No, they're not too bad. It's kind of gross. They're still a little bit wet from the session during the week. When did I train them? Maybe Tuesday? I don't know.
You found they make a noticeable difference to your knee pain or?
I've never had knee pain.
Just more of a preventative.
More of a preventative thing, and it's more so just a stability thing.
Yeah.
And just a comfort. I know, especially when you're loading up significant weight, it's sort of that just in case.
Yeah.
Where it's a bit of mental.
Yeah.
You know, like I've never had knee issues per se. I did have a knee reconstruction.
When you were younger.
Yeah, when I was 18. But.
So that's never given you any grief since then?
No.
Lucky.
I mean,
my old man had one when he was young, and it's just never been the same. You reckon? So. It's
actually probably hasn't. I mean, in saying that, the years after having the knee done, it was. I wouldn't say it was an issue. I was just careful about it.
Yeah.
It was more so the hamstring, because they take your hamstring graft out. So they take a string out of your hamstring to create a new ACL.
Yeah.
So in my left hamstring, I have a hole through my hamstring.
Probably looks cool when you lean.
It does, actually. But what that means is that, inherently my left hamstring is weaker.
Yeah, okay.
Which is probably caught up with it, like it's caught up now, but, for a decent period of time, it wasn't. It wasn't, up to par with the right side.
So what, you just do a bunch of single leg work?
Yeah. Or just, inherently over time, you build up and, it gets a bit stronger. Just adjust. I think I have it on the 10th hole or 10th ridge. Okay.
That's the best part about the home gym.
Yes, you don't know, and no one's moving it. Nice. You want to start with a plate?
Yeah, one each side. We doing 2 sets of this?
Yeah.
And just what? Lower rep, higher rep?
Yeah. I just obviously for you, just see what feels comfortable.
Yeah, I've no. If this is hard, I'll just send it. But
Strong.
oh no, it's easier than without.
You
the...
see, and I feel like there was someone that, you know, when I was doing the bands a while ago, they were like, "Oh, can I have a go at it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And there was nothing on it, and they're like, "This is so hard."
Yeah.
I'm like, no, just wait till you put a plate or 2 on.
Do you go up to 3 aside?
3.5, I think.
Yep.
Which I'll just do 4 plates on one side.
Yep.
Oh,
And this is your first set?
no, I'll just do. I think I'll do 4.25.
Yep.
Yeah, there's not a hell of a lot of warming up to be had here.
Yeah. Well, we're what? 5th exercise in, 4th exercise in, something like that.
Here we go. Nice.
I reckon I'll have a crack at 2 aside. I reckon I can get maybe 6 or 8 reps with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then one after that, I might do 1 and 2.
Yep. You just count down and tell me, and I'll.
Yeah, just after 1. 3, 2, 1.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
There we go. Good. There we go. Making it count. Lovely. Yes. Go. Come on, dig deep here. Yes.
All right, I got a couple more.
Yeah, you do. Ooh. Let's go again. We've got one more. Dig deep here. I'm here with you. Come on.
Oh.
Nice. Whew. What's that, man? How many was that in the end?
I think that was 11.
Gee,
But there's a bit of help there.
I'd almost say the second last rep was more help than the last.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. It's whether you just had you then found a burst of energy.
Adrenaline.
When I said one more rep, you're like, all right, here we go.
Do you want any help other than the lift off, or?
Potentially, yeah. Whether if it slows down, I can't lock it out. Maybe a little nudge. Yeah,
There's not much space.
No, that'll fit.
Yeah.
Alrighty, battery's full. We're fucking ready to go. I'll do the same thing in terms of sort of a countdown.
Yep.
Ooh.
How many are you aiming for?
7, 8.
All right, I'll help you around the 7 or 8 mark.
3, 2, yep.
Yes. Yes, good. Good. Halfway, let's go. Yeah. All right. That's all you, all you. That's all you.
Yes. There we go.
One more, one more. Yes. Good. 9.
Yeah.
I barely touched the 7 and 8.
Felt good.
Oh, you've got a mouth guard.
Yeah. I need it, especially for this one.
That's why I chew gum, because I clench my teeth and
then you realise then after you finish training it, like, why is my jaw so...
Oh yeah, my teeth hurt.
In fairness, it's probably just this. This is probably almost the only movement I do it for. And in whatever's comfortable, if like you find it comfortable to have your hands there.
I was finding it up here, I was sliding up the chair, but if I hold it
as
down...
opposed to sort of next to you.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
I often find, and this is my personal preference, is on the lift off, I have my hands on either side.
And then you come down.
And then come down like one at a time, so then your butt doesn't slip or anything. But find what's comfortable for you.
I might start like this, to be honest. All right, on 1, 3, 2, 1.
Big set. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's more in the tank there.
Yeah.
Yes, dig deep.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
2 more.
Go, go. Yes. There's more.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, there is. Let's go up here. Control that. And up. Go. Yeah.
Oh.
It's similar to the top set. That second last rep was almost, I helped more than that last rep.
Oh. Oh.
Who would have thought 2 plates and then a plate and a half is that hard on a leg press?
Oh. Oh. It's those bands.
So it feels comfortable once you've obviously got plates on.
I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do on the hack.
I suppose I've done it in the past, this session, whereby I've done the hack and then this, the hip press.
Yeah.
But because of how challenging this is to get, you know, short.
Well, and the hack has a bit more stretch.
Yeah, correct.
In the quads. Bit nicer to do that last then.
Yeah. Like if you're doing this after your quad's already battered, yes, I know we've done extensions before. It'd be pretty rough to do this after hack as well.
Yeah.
Especially with the bands. But I think that's what trying to make, and not that, you know, talk about like lightweight versus heavyweight kind of stuff. It's just like trying to get the most out of the least.
Absolutely.
It's not like we're going light, but I mean,
maximizing the equipment basically.
Sweet. Yep.
Good. Yes. Yes. All right. I'm not touching it. That's all you. Yes. I'll help you. Go. Go. One more.
Oh, sorry.
Nah. Good. Don't say sorry, mate.
It's really one of those movements where you got to fucking grind your teeth.
Yeah.
And again, not a hell of a lot of warm-ups are required on this.
No, not after our last
Just a
movement.
quick feeler.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. What do you want to feel?
I'll do 3 total.
Yep.
Yeah. And if it's too easy, we'll go 4.
Yep.
And I reckon I'll try this.
That'll just get a little bit more range, a little bit more depth,
Yeah.
because it's a little bit more upright.
How much are the squat shoes? They're pretty expensive, aren't they?
Yeah. Maybe like $200 maybe.
Yeah.
I've had these for 5 years.
Okay.
So like,
So they're good value.
well, I think about it like you're only wearing them for,
Maybe 40 minutes a week or something, yeah.
it's not like I'm like, you know, you see people often at times rocking around the gym wearing the squat shoes on doing other movements like leg extensions and stuff, and literally walking around the gym, and that's where you ruin them.
Yeah.
If I'm only putting them on for this, and I'm going to take them off straight after I do this,
Yeah.
it'll last you 10 years. Like,
Yeah.
like they won't break.
Cool. I noticed you really put your knees wide when you're
Yeah, and my
in the hole.
that's fine. What's comfortable,
Yeah.
because I sort of open up the hips, and therefore, like because my toes are slightly pointed out, the knees are sort of just traveling over the toes anyway.
Yeah.
Again, personal preference in terms of what I find I can get the most knee flexion out of.
Yeah. I've traditionally always been relatively upright, but that's just how I find it uses more quads.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. I mean, you got good quads as it is, so like just whatever feels good.
Yeah. Cool. I'll just do like 4 or something on this to feel
Yeah.
it. Oh, it goes so deep.
Like, still haven't got there.
Yeah. Yeah, lead weight.
Yeah, nice.
I'm pretty sure that's how heavy I go on my home ones. So
Like 1.5.
yeah, that's how heavy I'm going at the moment, at least. And I get 10, 12
Yeah.
at the moment.
This one, whether it's slightly easier, but go for sort of 8,
Yeah. What do you want at 4?
4.5.
Cool. Did I see you recently picked up a client who's in the middle of prep?
Yes.
Yeah?
I mean, he's kind of in the middle of prep. Like we kind of started prep together, like
Okay.
for season C.
So season C is late November, yeah?
No, September, October.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep. So obviously the slight change around in terms of season A obviously stays what it is. Season B was ordinarily
forward.
September, October.
Moves
now
forward
it's
to-
July.
Yeah.
You know, there's NBA, ICN, IFBB shows in the next 2-3 weeks. And then season C. So yeah, he's jumping on season C. So he was pretty hell bent on doing season C.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go, give it a whirl.
What's that? So you've got only another 4 months.
I think he'll be.
3, 4?
I think he's 12 weeks out with the first
Okay.
show, which is
Yeah.
NBA on the 20th of September.
Okay.
He's pretty lean in a good spot. I wouldn't ordinarily do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Depends on the starting point. I'm a big advocate of, spending time in
the off season.
Yeah. Like, they've got at least 3 people doing season A next year. And I've now been working with them for at least, a good couple months already, if not years. So, yeah, it just helps.
So they'll probably start cutting down in the next couple of months?
Yep. Yeah, depending when the show's schedule comes out for season A.
Okay, it's not out yet. Yeah.
So NBA they've released their shows. So they've got May is the big show, and Nationals is in the Gold Coast 6 days later.
Yep.
And WNBF, I'm sure, will be around there, but they haven't released. Same with ICN, A&B. So it just depends. So, tentatively, I wanted them all sort of, quote unquote, ready by the end of March. But if their first show's not till May, it's like we'll push the timeline and not start prep for another month later. And it also just depends on what stage they're in to start with.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, roughly speaking, they'll start prepping. Most of them will start in sort of October.
Will these be your first contest prep other than Lockie?
Yes. Yep.
Exciting.
Yeah,
cool.
It's exciting. So it'd be really cool to get a few people on stage. Yeah. It helps. The judging was the first step into being more involved, because obviously if you're not competing every year, it's like, how do you stay involved with bodybuilding? It's like, well, you can go to the shows, but you're not really involved. Judging, prepping people keeps you involved without actually competing and stepping on stage yourself.
Well, and it makes a bit of coin.
That's it as well.
Let's go. Good. Nice. Nice. Keep going. Yep. Yep. Yes. That's it. Great last rep. Yeah. Good work.
That's a one and done set on this, I reckon.
Yeah? Do you want me to do 1 or 2?
1.
Yep. All right, well, I can't even remember what I just... Did I just do 3? So I'll do 2 each side?
Yeah, 2 each side, yeah.
I'll aim for 10, I reckon. And what about you and AJ? When's your next show, you reckon?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. Not sure.
You reckon one day you'll ever be a every second year competitor, or?
Maybe.
That's usually what the older fellas do when they're not gaining as much.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like it's been, 7 months since I last competed?
Yeah.
8 months maybe. And it's like, I've probably only just gotten back into fucking full steam training, actually progressing over the last 2-3 months.
Yep.
It's like, I think AJ even thinks that if I was to prep and compete this year, he reckons I'd be improved.
Yeah.
So I don't think 26, maybe 27.
Yeah.
I want it to be, no doubt, that I'll get my WNBF pro card. I want it to be that I can step on a pro stage and be competitive.
Yep.
If I did that now...
Well, you got NBA and A&B already.
If I step on stage at a pro stage now, I don't think I'd be competitive. It's like I want that to be, what's the point of doing that next show? Equally, it's got to line up in terms of, I can't do any of the A&B state shows, NBA state shows, because I'm already a pro in them. Unless you've got a pro show, I can't do those shows.
Yeah.
WNBF's kind of there's not that many shows in Australia I can do.
Because isn't there only Brizzy and Melbourne for WNBF?
Yep.
Yeah.
This season, end of the year there will be. I think start of the year there might only be just Brisbane.
Okay.
Pending numbers, but yeah, it's got to line up in terms of schedules ahead of time. And,
yeah, of course.
And
with the family now as well.
And does that include overseas shows? Not sure.
Yep.
And does that include an IFBB and actual show? Don't know.
Really?
Don't know. They're coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm pretty curious to see how they're going to go.
Yeah?
In terms of not only numbers...
Just what the lineup looks like.
Yeah. Obviously, know a few people doing them, but you know they'll be good. But you know, is there going to be 5 competitors or is it going to be 25?
Yeah. And 5 good competitors, or yeah.
Exactly right. All right, big set here.
Which way do these get in?
Yeah, in here. Right, big set here. Good. Keep calm and focus on that breathing. Yeah. Lovely. Yes. Right, now we're working. There we go.
One more.
There we go. There's more in the tank.
Oh, fuck.
That's where the set's done. We're coming up and then it slightly goes down a little bit. That was good, man.
Oh,
one set's enough on that, I reckon.
Yeah. The stretch.
And just with the idea that, you know, feet relatively low on the pad, similar to the Smith machine in terms of keeping it in that sort of top 50% of the range.
Yep. Oh yeah, I see how it works. So you push forward.
Yeah, so just drive up and then push those forward. Yep. There we go. Maybe just don't come quite down as far.
Okay.
So almost stop there. I'll help you keep it on the glutes a hell of a lot more. And if you can, permitting range, almost like your feet could potentially be a little bit closer towards your body.
I reckon, yeah, I can feel it. Definitely.
In terms of loading, that didn't look like it was too bad. Like it looked easy.
It was harder than I was expecting.
Oh.
But yeah, maybe I'll do 4.5 total.
Yep. Do you want to go straight to that and just rest for a bit so then avoid loading plates and loading back on?
Yeah, ever since jumping on board with you, I've been tossing up when I'd like to make the stage debut.
When are you thinking?
Well, see, one part of me wants to do it as late as possible, right? As far away as possible, because I want to feel good about what I'm bringing to the stage,
Of course.
But then, on the other hand, you hear about people who just are forever saying, oh, in 2 years, in 2 years, in 2 years, in 2 years. Like, I don't want to say in 2 years and then in 2 years' time I get caught up with buying a house or something that stops me from being able to fully commit, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, ideally, not for another 3 years, but like at the same time, I'm scared that if I say that, it's never going to happen, you know?
It's interesting. I say to people, like, you might as well just jump in and see if you actually like, I don't want to say to use the term like it, but it almost sparks that added bit of motivation. You jump on stage. I'm not saying that you don't have the motivation right now, but I think, you know, that added level of jumping on stage, like,
it's a commitment.
Yeah. You know, I feel like for you, it's probably like season A, start of 2027.
That's sooner than I was thinking.
I think the year of 2027 is the year that I reckon you should step on stage.
Because that'd give us a bit of time to bulk up, mini cut, another bulk, mini cut, and then another bulk, pre-prep, maintenance, then prep.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's got to line up, of course, but
Yeah.
because there's something in mind.
When I was first getting into the gym and all that, I had a pretty toxic relationship with putting on weight.
Gotcha.
I had a pretty bad eating disorder at first because I used to be a real fat kid.
Yeah.
Like now it's all sorted. But in the back of my mind, there's always like, oh, your sleep's going to be shit again, Joe. You know, you're going to have no sex drive. You're going to be a grumpy piece of shit. So I'm always contemplating that, of course. But, of course, I'll be eating an adequate amount of food this time. I'll know what I'm doing.
You have support around you.
We'll be able to maximise sleep and maximise food while still losing weight, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas when I first did that, I was eating fucking like
Crash diet.
1,800 calories, mate. It was fucked. So
That's how you fuck yourself.
yeah, and for way longer than I should have.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm just apprehensive, is what I'm saying. You know, of
course.
Like I'm keen as a bean to get on stage, but that's just always nagging in the back of my head.
When the time's right, I suppose.
But yeah, I do think 2027 would be good. Not sure about season A though,
We'll see.
because season A is usually the busy one. Yeah, that's when.
No, season C is usually the busy one.
Okay. Because in my mind, I'd rather prep through winter. Because like over summer, I want to go camping and. Of course.
Yeah, and it's got to fit the schedule like that.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see.
One thing I can guarantee my love, hey, baby girl, let me see you do that, let me see you twirl. This is the club of your home world. Take a dip for the lunch of the home.
We're doing 2 sets of this.
I'll do one.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy for you to do two. See how this feels.
I'll see how this goes.
I'm an actual, like Destiny, did the dance floor, get nasty, impress me, baby girl. Let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Take a dance to the club with your home girls. Take a dip for the lunch of the whole world. Yeah. She's actual busty. I'm a high school, we all like Destiny. I'm an actual, like Destiny, did the dance
How my feet looking?
get nasty,
Much better.
Yeah.
impress me.
Good. There we go. Yes.
That depth?
Yeah. Yeah, no more. If not, a bit less. Yeah, squeezing that glute to the top. Nice. Drive up.
Same side. Jordan. We have
Nice.
Oh, starting to get a hamstring cramp.
Often that's the case.
But the glutes do feel toasted, so
Which is almost half the reason why I don't do too many warm-ups.
Yeah.
And I don't want to potentially cause hamstring cramp.
what are you doing? 5? Side?
6.
Niggas say they gon' rob us, but nigga, we coming for one. And shoot a bullet when I put it, how you catch a bullet like an interception.
Let's go.
It was here when bitches start lying on my
Yes.
Can't even be a side. I mean,
Nice.
tears and you ain't even looking like you was fine. Bro, bitches try
Right there, yep.
with it when they used to do it for 100 million an hour. 100 nigga with the ass time. Roll
Yes.
put your bitch up in the stars like she in the air.
Come on. Yep.
Niggas talking about my hairline.
Yep. Couple more. Let's go. Yes.
I just counted up a $250,000. QM, that's $250,000.
Yes.
CJ drop 6 5 probably when he got the Philly. Funny money, yeah, no silly. Let your heart fuck you when I pull up and I got a pull. Probably shit goes with motherfucker.
Let's go. Nice. You calling him?
Yeah. Go ahead and start in the front relaxed.
I don't know if I've ever done front relax.
Hey, what's it? All right, chest up a little bit more. Arms up a bit higher. There we go. Quarter turn to the right.
I've also
No better time to learn than now.
feet flat on the ground.
Feet flat on the ground.
And you want to pop your hammy.
Yeah, slightly push your knee up against your, so you're, your knee facing the...
You always compliment my hamstring drop. I reckon it's just because I know how to pose it.
Oh, and it also could be because you've got the ham curl on your side.
And what, you crank your...
Yeah, so with that torso slightly rounding it, keeping your, your legs still pointing straight, torso twisted against, and then, popping your... Yeah, and then pressing that back bicep up against your chest.
Yeah.
And then having this arm, you invariably have it probably a bit further back and slightly bent.
Yeah.
All right,
and you look forward. When
yeah. Quarter turn to the right, facing the rear. There we go. Probably have your hands and elbows a bit higher. There we go. And that slight lean out towards the judges. There we go. And obviously you'd be posing your lower body as well. Quarter turn to the right.
So just what?
Yeah, it's then often a bit awkward from one side. So then with this side, I'd like to twist the torso a bit closer to the mirror, and then having this side here, rotate further. So this shoulder, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And then facing the front, and go into a front double. I reckon have those elbows a bit further back. There we go. All right,
I struggle popping the I find it way easier to pop the lats when they're forward a bit.
So then if you think about it like that, if you're moving your elbows, further in front of your body, you're just closing off that top line.
Yeah.
You're bringing your shoulders closer in and tighter in. Whereas if you're...
narrower.
Exactly right. Go into a front lat spread. So instead of trying to close off your chest and your shoulders and rounding them forward, think out. And think like you're doing almost like a lateral raise and putting tension through the outside of your delts.
Yeah.
That's looking much better. All right, go into a side chest.
I'll do my good side.
Nice.
When I do it at home, when I'm doing my check-ins, I find that it even looks better if my knees are almost away.
Absolutely, yep. Because
pinch the glute and pop down on your quads.
That looks so much better. Obviously can't see a lower body in this, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go to a side tricep.
And it's just my preference, but I do this stance when I'm doing it.
Yep, that's absolutely fine.
I find it just looks funny when I do it that way.
You've got a strong hamstring, so it probably looks good in either shot. Yeah, and then obviously this is one of the shots where not many people in off season are looking, terrific in a side tricep. Then rotating that back shoulder around, so then you get a bit more pop out of your chest. And the idea is that obviously just here where you've got between your hip and your outside arm is to try and, I say quote unquote, close the gap there, whilst opening yourself up. Yeah. Bring that back shoulder around. There we go. All right, face the back and do a back double bicep.
I pop one leg back further than the other.
Yep. Yeah,
to show off the hamstring bit.
Yeah, and the calf. Yeah, it's a nice width there. Again, if you can try and get those
elbows back.
Yeah. All right, go into a back lat. Again, maybe start that again. Start your thumbs maybe a little bit closer in the middle.
Yeah?
Yeah, almost touching. See how you go touching?
Almost touching. All right.
Yeah, there we go. And then probably bring those elbows a bit further around to in front of you. Yeah, there we go. That's looking already much better. The lighting's not doing you justice in this shot because all right.
Far away.
Go into an ab and thigh. perfect.
Vacuum first, and then
Yeah, and I say this to some people, you know, whether or not you want to keep your hips straight on or you want to slightly point to the side, because then often you might pop one specific quad. So like you might, whichever quad you feel like is your strongest quad, you might pop that and then slightly, depending on obviously the person, when you don't have a super tight hip area, even when you're lean, then you might slightly tweak to one side to not accentuate those wide hips. Again, just depends on.
I find I look a lot better dead on.
Great. Yep.
I have a teeny tiny waist when I'm in the vacuum. And going to the side just hides that waist, I reckon.
Lovely. All right, go into a most muscular. Your favourite, most muscular.
So, this is where we disagree. I reckon this looks better, but you like this one, right?
How about we do both?
Okay.
Unlock your knees.
Looking thick through the top line. All right, try hand clasps.
Full range of motion. Always full range of motion, yeah? Or I just pick up weight a bit.
You see, I think you can do both.
Yeah.
Like realistically, it'll be one of those
Got enough
ones.
time to...
Like whether it's you do hands on hips or you do this and into this, you can absolutely do a mixture of both.
Yeah.
But you know, like if I, you know, like that, obviously your top line's very much full.
The delts do look bigger, but the gap between my biceps and their forearms kills me. And then the forearms also just look skinny at that angle versus that angle, you know?
Yeah, it's a fair point. Hey, we can tweak around with it, but I like both.
And I feel like when you're in this position, or at least for me, it looks kind of nice when I crunch my abs when I'm doing it. Still trying to keep the chest proud. But then when I'm doing this, you can't really...
Yeah, it's fair call.
I like to vacuum it, I don't know.
We can do a mixture of both.
Yeah.
That's good, man. I think we're in a good run of things in terms of training, diet.
Yeah.
Now that we're able to sort of, you know, do things like hinges again and whatnot.
Oh, it's so sweaty.
It's always the kind of posing after your session is the post-workout, put the t-shirt on.
Getting cold. Oh, I'm going to get fucking wet out there.
What's on for the rest of the day?
I was going to go for a walk. Don't know if that's going to happen. Just the Sunday chores before the work week, you know.
Absolutely.
Meal prep tonight.
Yep.
I've still basically been doing the same food since we started. I've just been increasing quantities.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
2 beef and rice meals a day with veggies, and then the other 2 are rice flour and whey isolate.
Yep, that's perfect.
And then like nut butter and dark chocolate and whatever.
I mean, if it works, it's sort of like just increase the quantities.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Increasing the rice and the rice flour, and that's pretty much it.
And a little bit of fats where required, but that's all it's required.
Nut butter and the dark chocolate.
Yeah. We're going to have to outro this because we didn't intro it.
Okay.
But fuck it, we're going to outro it now. So this is going to be another long video. Who knows? Could be an hour. It's been a cool session with Joe.
Yep.
Not much
Ripper
to say.
session.
We crushed it. Calves, adductors, extensions, heated ham curl, hip press, hack squat, glute drive. You've seen it all. Anyway, if you like the video and want me to train with other clients, let me know down below because I'm definitely going to be doing that. So if you like the video, comment, subscribe.
Cheers, Nick.
And we'll catch you in the next one.